Okay, let's now have a look at posts and pages. So your posts are what fit into your pages. So if you imagine the page is like the coat hanger and the post is the clothing that you hang on the coat hanger. So it's part of your overall structure, and it will be a menu at the top of your screen on the front end. So once we set things up, there's actually going to be a menu. I wonder if this one there, not yet. Yeah, here we go. Here's a menu. If we click on the menu here, then we have various different pages, and within those pages you will have sub-menus, and your posts will appear here in the blog. Okay, so that is the hanger, if you like, for all your posts. All right, so let's have a look if we have any posts, any demo posts here. Okay, so we've got a demo post. Okay. Welcome to the wonderful world of blocks. This is Gutenberg. And I like to just disable the text and get rid of that, because, as I say, we use a theme, which is a much more effective and user-friendly way of setting up your site. Okay, so here is an example of a post, and the post is basically a standard one. That's a demo that WordPress installed on every fresh installation of WordPress. Every post has a permalink. So they have a URL here. And so this here is the address of the website. And this bit here is the path to this specific post. And we can assign it a category if we want by adding a new category here. We can call it what we like. We can have it under its own heading, or we can create a parent that sits above it if we want. We can just add a new one here. We have tags, which help with SEO, help you find a post, and when people do Google searches, if you can add a specific tag here, then that just helps the search engines show your post if that's what's being searched for. And you can add a featured image here, and we'll go into this in more detail later. An excerpt which can be shown, which just gives you a taster for what the post is about. And then we can either allow people to comment on our post if we want, or not. Okay, so that is posts, an overview in a nutshell. Now let's have a look at pages. So the standard posts and pages that we're given here. So let me move this. The standard posts and standard pages that we get on a fresh install are a privacy policy, and here we have a sample page. If I hover over that, so it's moved for me. Okay, so this is the front end of the sample page, and that will sit up in a menu that we saw here if we choose to set it as such. And I will, under another tutorial, I'll show you how to set up menus and such like. So here we have a sample page. If we use Gutenberg blocks, which is what this is without a theme, we can just go in and we can type here anything that we want. And then I can delete the rest of that block. What you see here are some very limited ways of editing your text. And there's a few extra things that you can use, but I would not recommend it at this stage. We'll use a theme to do all our edits. Okay, so that's basically Gutenberg. You have a few limited things you can do. You can change the style from regular to large. You can add CSS, which is basically the coding that determines the style of what you're producing on the front end. Okay, so that's pages. If anybody comments on anything, then those comments will appear here, and you can moderate them yourself, so you can decide whether to approve them or not. If you don't approve them, then they're not visible to anybody else. WooCommerce we'll look at later. We'll look at products later.